I may or may not have just woken up.
I may or may not have, I don't know, also just woken up. I hate this weird, like, not centered thing.
Better?
No,
Happy?
it's me in the frame. Let's start the show.
Yay!
Woohoo! The SND podcast where we only record when Jacob deGrom is pitching.
Right, because we were only there when David Peterson pitches. So
Did you see my text message?
I did.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know if that was better or worse.
I think it's worse, but I'm not sure.
Basically, it means that we're getting 4 innings of Trevor Williams and an inning of David Peterson.
Probably?
Or at least 2 or 3 innings of David Peterson.
Well, I don't know. They say they're going to use him as a lefty reliever. Who the hell knows?
Well, he's got to pitch at least an inning. Well, anyway, this is episode 334 of the S&D podcast show.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the one person watching us on something.
Thanks.
Probably Finn's parents.
It's on Twitch, so I doubt it.
Oh.
Kind of fucked up. I'm just assuming, Daniel.
Because they're the only ones that watch.
Wow.
That's a good point.
You heard all
Shout
you guys
out,
always watching.
Ashford, Virginia.
Oh, they're bringing in that Delaware crowd. That's what it is.
Right, that's what it is. We're moving south, this program.
Isn't that north?
This program. Delaware?
From Virginia?
Oh, well, okay, from us, I meant. We're going, yes.
Right.
Delaware is north of Virginia, and they are both south of us.
Yeah. We should start recording on
Yeah.
farms. That's what we should do.
Literally, I get off the highway, and it's just corn, and I was like...
Yeah, but do they have... What was it? Where did we go? Where we were just like... We got off and every other block was like a different pie farm.
Yeah. No, but I got off, and I was like, I'm in the Field of Dreams.
Except it was in Delaware.
Correct.
Can we start off by saying that Mark Sanchez is terrible at calling football games?
I didn't think he was that bad.
I thought he was horrific.
What?
He was like, the Giants should do this, and then the Titans can do that.
I was watching Green Bay Packer preseason game number 4, so I didn't see any of Mark Sanchez. Sorry. See, we're an old school franchise.
It did look like your team didn't show up. So
we're an old school franchise. We play 4 preseason games. All right, that's just the way it is.
That's the way the way the original NFL teams do it. They
Correct.
still play 4 preseason.
We still play 4 preseason games. That's just sorry. Patriots.
So what's
same
going to
thing.
happen when Justin Fields runs all over the field on Sunday?
As
Does
long
that
as
count
he's
as
not
a
playing wide receiver, it seems like we're doing all right. But if you're Justin Jefferson, I don't know where you are. You're wearing the invisibility.
I'm pretty impressive that I'm pretty excited to see him put up 3,000 yards after the game that he had that he's on pace for now.
He was wide open.
Yeah,
The entire first half.
yeah, it was awesome. I had him in one of my new leagues, so I was very happy.
I would just. Anyway,
What happened?
honestly, what happened
Did he
was
not do his mushroom thingy before
he
the
was
game?
no okay. So
Or did he do it and just thought that he was in that dream the entire time?
both. I mentioned this last week. Both their starting tackles were questionable. Neither of them played.
Which made
That-
sense. Okay.
That kind of fucked everything up. Lazard didn't play either. So that's starting 2 tackles, number 1 receiver, not in the lineup. With that being said, they can't run the ball without the tackles. So
Obviously,
that just didn't work. They got down to the goal line once and tried to run. It's not a zone read because he doesn't run, but it's a zone read setup. And they got 0 push and got destroyed at the goal line. And then that was pretty much what was happening all day. And like I said, on defense, they did most things right. except for cover Justin Jefferson, which is kind of the one thing you have to do.
Right.
They held Cook.
I mean, Rieger can't
pretty well.
catch. The only other guy is Thielen.
Thielen's the only. He had a couple catches, but you saw it. I mean, I think Cousins threw for like 250 and 190 were Justin Jefferson. So like it was literally just one guy, and it was just crossing routes. They just didn't carry him across the field every single time. I don't know.
You know what you should do? You should sign a linebacker.
Well, that also that might have been part of it. The rookie linebacker they started at Georgia, he didn't play great in coverage, and then he got hurt. So it was a little miscommunications there.
It was a fun weekend overall. So
overall, it was a very fun weekend to game.
Very sloppy but fun.
I can't believe that. Is that easily like the quickest you ever seen a kicker get cut over a miss? The Colts cut their kicker.
Did they?
Yeah, they cut Rodrigo.
He's on my fantasy team, so that's probably I should get a new kicker this week.
You need a new kicker.
I did see that.
Kicker is that you need a new one.
The AFC South played the Commanders.
There was not one team that won a game in the
Commanders, the Giants, and themselves, and nobody won. They got 0 wins. That's tough. That's real tough.
I found it with the. Of course, we'll go deeper into it a little bit later, but like the Titan game plan was like, hey, let's avoid Derrick Henry. Most of every drive, it felt like.
Well, are they working them again? I watched the Packer game was at least relatively at a point where I could watch it and they might win for most of it. So I was watching that the whole time. But did they give him the ball?
No, they gave him the ball.
They definitely gave him
Giants
the ball.
Actually contained him for the most part.
I mean, I saw he got destroyed by Tay Crowder. That was a cool clip.
Yeah. Too bad Tay Crowder can't play in coverage like we know, but
it kind of looked like they were looking for like a reason to kind of ease him in and realize like,
okay,
hey, we're gonna be playing the Colts more down the stretch.
I think the problem with everything was hey, we want to ease them in, but I don't trust the wide receivers yet to a T.
I was gonna say they were looking for their number one receiver in Philly. Is that what they were looking at?
And Ryan Tannehill doesn't carry the team. So it's just like one of those like weird limbo, and they didn't really want to do their game plan. But yeah, win's a win.
Oh, a win is a win. They're definitely it's like even at no point in the season will we look at the Titans and go like they have 2 wins.
No.
Like they're gonna be at least decent.
There's got to be a team that wins that division, so someone's gonna have to win a game or 2.
They'll be fine.
Right, but I'm saying like they're gonna even if they don't win their division, they'll win. You know, they won't be awful. They'll win 6 games.
Derrick Henry should win them
a couple.
Well, not only that, and then it was just the game planning for them was very weird, and the Giants adjusted in the second half. And if a kicker makes their field goal, we wouldn't be talking about them being weird. So,
Fat Randy
pushing.
It is.
That guy was that's a big.
There was a lot, especially in the first half. There was a lot of sloppiness.
It was like watching the same old Giants the last.
It was the 4th preseason.
Well, just in general in the league, I'm saying the first.
Oh, in general, they were terrible.
So, yeah, but it also came down to a lot of teams again, like Vin said, not playing them in the preseason.
They're not playing their guys.
I heard there's a record like 3-9 of teams that didn't play any of their starters this weekend.
I mean, you could look. I mean, the Rams played a very good team, but they got shellacked on Thursday night. Like it was.
I said it from the start. I said it last week. Stafford had some sort of surgery, and they announced it that day that he had an elbow procedure done during the offseason. So him not throwing didn't really help.
No. But it's just not a great between the only having 3 games and the 10 days off, people came out a little sloppy. Things should get better this next week or so.
I will say this also. What was given up for Russell Wilson? How many draft picks?
A lot.
I don't know exactly.
$250 million and 4th and 3, and you're kicking a 65-yard field goal.
It's $256 million. Yeah, and a couple of firsts and Locke, who doesn't really matter, but Fant. I think it was 2 firsts, if I'm not mistaken, and those guys.
Seattle traded Wilson to Denver with a 4th round for Locke, Shelby Harris, Noah Fant, Denver's 1st and 2nd in the next 2 years, and also this past year's 5th rounder.
Okay, so it's 2 seconds, 2
firsts. 2 seconds, 2 firsts, and a 5th.
And Fant, who's a 1st round. So that's 3 firsts and 2 seconds.
Right.
Plus Shelby Harris is a solid player.
Right.
Locke stinks, and that's what that is.
Oh, he lost to Gino.
Fucking Gino, honestly.
They planned that game perfectly around Geno Smith. Just, hey, you're going to turn around, you're going to hand the ball off, and when you don't, you're just going to do quick outs.
Penny is
or
good.
dump offs.
Penny's very good.
Rashad Penny is a good running back, and Lockett and DK are good receivers. And obviously, we mentioned Fant. Those are 4 very good weapons.
Yeah,
and you mentioned the AFC South now winning games.
I'm just pissed at DK for not getting 4 more yards and destroying my parlay.
4 yards. You did the boost on FanDuel?
No, I just made my own.
What was a boost? It was Judy, Sutton, and DK all to get 40 receiving yards.
Yeah, what's his face from the Rams fucked that up on my Thursday one. I did the same thing on Thursday.
Yeah, all they needed, he needed 4 yards, and Russell needed 1 more touchdown pass, and I would have won $350.
Yeah, he did.
I won $350.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot smaller, but yeah, I'm bummed about the $10 I would have won. Because he lost the yardage on that one play that killed it.
Oh yeah,
Jeff
DK
McNeil's going to win a batting title, guys. Just saying.
What?
Jeff McNeil might win a batting title.
Yo, it's gonna be great when Lindor shows up with like a Hot Wheels.
He could buy him a car. He's got a $340 million contract. He can buy him.
He could probably also walk into Steve Cohen's office and say, "Hey, here's the bill."
Or he could just say, "Steve, I'll split it with you." Or we could do a sponsorship for it. They got what's a car sponsor they got in there?
They got plenty of car sponsors.
I don't know. Toyota. I'm thinking of a big one. I don't know. Yeah, there's Ford. The Ford thing when they drive out on the field and they
have the Honda
and they answer the questions. Yeah. He can have the Ford truck they drive the people on in the field, and they answer questions in the pickup. He could have that one.
Don't worry, he'll have a car.
Is he actually going to be able to beat? Well, Freeman's betting.
He already passed Goldschmidt. He's got to beat Freeman.
Oh, this is going into the. Well, I don't care if he wins a batting title if, we keep putting zeros in the run column. Batting title means nothing.
It's annoying.
I think it just annoys you more that Jose Reyes is the only Met to ever win a batting title. And he bunted and walked off the field and went straight to Miami as he was walking.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
It wasn't fun. They couldn't even put him on the field to play short.
And then pull him.
Yeah, and then let him walk off like they do every other year.
Oh well. Anywho.
Yeah, let's not go back to 2011.
So why did Pete Alonso snap tonight?
He hit a ball about 500 feet and it was foul.
Okay.
So but he thought it was fair. So he ran basically to third base around the bases, and the pitcher apparently got mad. So then when they came back after the review, the pitcher just basically threw him one in the dirt. And then I guess the pitcher said something about
so Pete being a hardo. So it was Pete being a hardo.
Yeah, because he slammed the bat down after the walk because he was pissed that he missed the 3-0 pitch. He hit it a mile, but it was foul. And then the pitcher was like, I don't know, shut up. And then he was yelling back. And that was it.
Okay.
Really nothing. Just Pete being Pete, to be honest.
Yeah.
Kind of annoying.
So we should start also trashing the Jets so we can get our receipts being kept by Robert Salas. Because,
What's there to trash about? Joe Flacco threw the ball almost 70 times. That's
I don't... What receipts do you want, bro? Your quarterback is Joe Flacco right now.
Honestly, you know it was a bad game because they did not show one Jet highlight on Red Zone.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you what happened in the Jet game other than that one long touchdown pass.
I bet we're talking about bets. I bet a parlay with them with Baltimore, Jacksonville, and what was the other one? Oh, said Carolina. The other two obviously lost, but I should have just bet Baltimore by itself because that was the lock of the week.
Yeah,
the money line, the spread.
No, the spread. It was 6.5, and it's Joe Flacco. I'm gonna whoever the Jets are playing next week, I'm betting on them too.
The
Browns at 6.5 also.
Okay, fine. I'm taking them. Jacoby Brissett is infinitely.
I mean,
better
they have
than
the little brownie guy as their center field logo now because that was the hype thing today.
Did you see this? The Bucks are gonna put like an elf.
No, that's the Browns.
The Browns.
I thought it was the Bucks. Okay,
it's brownie.
The Bucks. The Bucks.
I don't know. It looked like he was wearing red. That's what I just assumed.
Yeah, he's an elf.
He's Brownie the elf. Browns.
So you either make him orange, or I don't know.
I don't know, man. The Browns are weird.
I don't know how the countries in the Midwest exist. It feels weird.
I'm trying to figure out where you see. This is brown, sir.
Let me see him. I could have sworn it was red. I only looked at it quick. That looks red.
Well, why is an elf? What does an elf have to do with the Browns? I have always wondered that. And I'm too lazy.
Well, they weren't going to make the poop emoji in the middle of the
know,
like the whole franchise.
This is their old school. This is their old school logo. I've always wondered what the fascination of it is. Whatever.
Now I got to look up what brown.
I'm sorry, Danny. You derailed the show because we have to look it up.
Oh yeah. Okay. like we care about
here we go.
Brown's elf.
Brownie the elf is the original franchise logo for the 1940s. Browns fans voted for the elf over 3 other midfield options, including 2 brown helmets.
How did you vote in 1940 on a brown? You had to go to the game and vote on the elf.
Okay, so the Browns even had a live brownie mascot. Tommy Flynn was a man in a dwarfism who roamed Cleveland sidelines during AAFC games. He would yell at refs and Browns opponents, either dressed as a goofy-looking elf or in some sign of Browns gear.
Okay, great. Can we have Danny DeVito be the Browns mascot next game?
That would be awesome. That's what they should do. Have him run out on the field.
Sure, yeah. Why not?
Have him lead them on the field.
Even though, Philadelphia is kind of his spot, I guess.
Is that where he's from?
No, the show. But he's from Jersey. But the show is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Fun fact, it's not actually in Philadelphia. I have a coworker from that part of Pennsylvania, and he's pissed every time he watches it and sees palm trees.
And sees what?
He said there's time, if you watch closely, there are parts in the shows where they're out on the streets and stuff, and you see palm trees. And he goes, well, that's clearly not Philadelphia.
The accuracy of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is something we should be worried about, really. Anyway, I want to hear more about the Giants game. I had no idea they went for a 2-point conversion and won until yesterday night. Because, like I said, I was watching the Packer game, and then I went to bed. So
it's called having a coach with real balls. By the way, it does make sense that the Broncos kicked the field goal because that's what you guys did against the Bucs, also.
We did. Okay, we'll talk about that real quick because I literally went to sleep last night. I just watched the clip of.
It was the most mind-numbing thing I've ever seen.
You're just watching, and every single person you could have
30 seconds off the clock, 3 timeouts left, and it's just like, what are you doing? And then they waited, they got to the line and called a timeout, and Shannon Sharp's like, they just wasted 30 seconds for a timeout. What are they doing? And then they're like, oh my God, they're kicking. Why are they kicking? This is like the second longest This is like the longest field goal in NFL history. Only one time has been made or something like that outrageous.
Listen, if they were in Denver, okay, I understand. You got the air, you got the.
But why do they think they were on the 30-yard line? That's the weirdest part of it all.
I just watched the clip of Peyton and Eli and Shannon Sharp, and Eli just goes,
Peyton was beside him.
They're going to kick it. And
Peyton
Sharp
yelled
goes, kick
so much.
what? It was...
The best was, Danny, did you see them at the end of the first half? Peyton and Eli? Peyton's like, you should call a timeout with like 7 seconds left to kick a field goal because it takes about 6 to 7 seconds to kick a field goal. And Eli starts laughing and goes, what field goal takes 6 to 7 seconds to kick?
Yeah. I was watching actually Joe and Troy after Saquon left. So, yeah.
I watched Saquon, and then I was kind of doing a bunch of other things. And then...
So, I didn't realize...
I ended the night with
there's
Troy.
2 Monday Night Football games this week. One's on ABC, and the other's on ESPN. The one on ABC starts like an hour later. For whatever reason.
They're running at the same time?
Yeah. I don't know why.
This is...
And I don't know which game Joe and Troy are doing.
Makes absolutely no sense. I'll be completely
and I know
honest.
the Eagles are in one of them. Maybe because the Emmys last? I don't know. It was weird.
Are the Emmys on ABC?
No, the game was on ABC, so I don't know what the issue.
Wait, the game was on ABC last night?
No, it was on all 3.
Oh, was it? I didn't realize.
Titans, Bills. Oh, I didn't even realize.
They're simulcasting.
Bills is ESPN.
Okay.
And Vikings Eagles is ABC.
Okay, I guess that's probably what it was. They didn't want to conflict with the Emmys on primetime.
Yeah,
it's probably on NBC.
But what's the half-hour difference is the weirdest part.
That makes no sense. Why didn't we just go to the classic 7:30, 10:30 thing like we used to?
If I had a guess, though, of which one they would call, I would assume the 8:30 game because that's the ABC game, so that's the more channel game and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That would be my guess. Of course, at the end of the day, they're probably going to be on the other one.
What was the other game? The Bills and what?
It's Bills Titans. It's kind of an equal both ways. I mean, Philly, Minnesota is probably a better game, but
that'll probably be the game I focus on. Obviously,
the
Eagles.
Well, the better game this week is Thursday.
Well, yeah. Well, that could arguably be the game of the year.
Well, I'm trying to look at West. Yeah, the West Coast games this week. Falcons, Rams, Niners, Seahawks, Broncos, Texans, Raiders, Cardinals. Nothing is going to be...
All right, good. So going home from the Giant game Sunday, I don't have to worry about anything.
But you couldn't have put any of those games Monday, I don't think.
Absolutely not.
So...
Especially when they promise that they're going to give ESPN a shot of having good games this year.
There's not a lot of good games this week, I'll be completely honest.
Oh, Buck's yelling.
Who got hit?
Nobody got hit. Somebody went to bunt, and then next thing you know, the bases
that guy
were loaded.
is out of the baseline. But
so let's quickly just hit home.
He's running at the mound.
Let's hit some key points for the Giants win. It wasn't pretty, obviously. The running game obviously was phenomenal with Saquon and the offensive line opening holes and pulling and everything like that. So that was fun to see. The defense without Aziz and Kayvon was pretty huge. Unfortunately, thankfully, they almost blew it at the end, but it was great to see. Jones was economical. I wouldn't say it was earth-shattering. That one nice throw to Shepard was obviously nice. That pick in the end zone, obviously bad.
The best part of the pick was seeing
Dayball yelling at him. Yes.
That was the best part of the pick because how many times have you just seen them sitting on the sideline?
Yeah, they've never.
You get the Bengals Cowboys at 4:00 this week. That's about.
Oh, so okay, that's what I'm gonna listen to when I go home. It was positive. Obviously, the first win opening day since 2016 is obviously huge. First time the Giants have a winning record since then, so that's obviously just as huge.
Wait, I just want to say one thing with the Giants. The Cowboys haven't beaten somebody besides the Giants week 1 since 1998.
What? Really?
Yeah, it was. They showed it on because I was watching.
Wow.
the NFL pregame.
So that's
obviously,
like
Irv
5
is on.
times. Wow.
Yeah, and he was still on the team when it happened. Obviously, if
Wow.
the last time it was like 98, 99, it was the last time they beat somebody that wasn't the Giants week 1.
That's pretty wild. No, overall,
anyway,
obviously, like Steve mentioned, the going for 2 was awesome. It was the right call. Obviously, if they went for it and they didn't capitalize, it would have everybody would have been mad about it. But I think I would have been okay with it because after going from the extreme of Joe Judge punting or just like being scared at times to succeed because of what kind of team they have currently, it was nice to see.
It's a long way from QB sneaks on the 1 yard line, on your own 1 yard line.
Yeah, exactly. But there was a lot of things to be positive about. There's a lot of things to be negative about. It's
all a work in progress. And you know what?
Yeah.
The way I think the biggest takeaway really at the end, towards the end of that game, and I said this to my dad, was after he threw the pick, he came back and had a hell of a drive that led to the touchdown, that led to the 2 point, them wanting to go for 2. Like, he stepped back up, which was good. It's good to see that progression finally. We've never seen it.
Yeah, it's week 1, so I'm not gonna overanalyze everything, but I do want to see Kadarius Toney on the field more. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's the injuries. I don't know if he doesn't know the playbook.
He was asked, was it Monday? I think he was asked.
I think that was coach speak though.
Yeah. It was like he was saying, and that's another stupid one. He basically said it's depth chart. You know, the guys are earning their playing time, and Toney just hasn't earned it.
It's just crazy because he's the second best player on offense. That's the annoying thing about it.
But I feel like if Robinson's going to be out, he pulls into that role. He's going to have to step up and get into that role.
Well, Richie James was our leading receiver, other than the one long catch from Shep. So let's see what happens.
It was good to watch Shep out there also.
Huge. It was great to see him coming back.
He looked like the rookie Shepard out there on the field.
2 catch it, 3-0. Come on. What are the Mets?
They're all infield hits, by the way, Danny.
What happened?
They're all infield hits. Like there was like a sack fly and then they have like 3 infield hits. Pete just threw a Lucas Duda ball at the home plate.
Not quite Lucas Duda ball, but it wasn't a good throw.
Well, he hit the catch run like Lucas Duda, but
correct.
Speaking of 2015, shout out Wilmer for getting a new contract.
Yay, Wilmer.
He's who we should have traded him for, not that Darren Ruff.
We could have traded 10 guys for...
You could have had half the team. Half the AAA team for Wilmer.
We know he hits lefties.
At least I know he's going to hit somebody.
He'll hit lefties easily.
Yeah, I know he's going to fucking... Darren Ruff. What a bum. What an absolute trash bag.
If we don't make a run in the playoffs, it's all that player's fault.
We talked about this a little bit at the deadline. I don't think he's very good at his job. And it's hard to say that when they're going to win 100 games.
Sandy's like the guy, like, hey, here's the trade you're making. Go make the phone call.
No, I think he's in charge. It's just like, what did he do? Starling Marte. And that's pretty much it. I don't know. Canna. Whatever.
Well, let's put it this way. Vientos is here and Jeff McNeil's playing right field.
I don't. I said this to you, Steven, when he got called up. If they're just going to play him against lefties, then I don't get what the point is.
I'm scared. I'm starting to get nervous. I'm not going to lie.
So we'll go back to the real quick on the Mets. And I was thinking about this because we were talking a little bit in our chat about setting up the playoff rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'd rather set up for that Braves series at this point because if you have Jake, Bassett's going to bounce back. I'm not really too worried.
I'm not worried about him.
He had an off start. If you have Jake, Bassett, and they're projecting Max to come off on Monday like he's eligible to pitch in Atlanta, and you could go in there and sweep that series, you have the opportunity to, as long as you don't dig yourself into a huge hole going into that series. Don't make it where all they have to do is win Friday and they clinch the division. That's the key.
It's just so frustrating.
Ideally,
they're actually looking human the last 3 games, and
I know.
But this is your typical.
No, I know
our teams playing down to subpar teams.
But it's not okay.
But they're winning series, so
right? It's not playing down. It's like they lost 2 first games of series and then beat the living hell out of them the other 2 games.
Yeah,
both times. Now tonight, so not so far, but it's only 3 runs. Like they can score 3 runs.
Yeah, Vin. Can they?
They scored. How many runs did they score?
We scored 20 runs in 2 games against the Marlins, so we're basically out of runs for the week.
They scored. They had 2 double-digit scoring games this week, and Tomas Nido hit a home run.
I know.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
And Vientos went 0-for-5 with.
Of course, it's the game. Of course, it's the Sunday game when no one's watching because football's on.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Well, that's why he homered. Nobody was watching him.
Did it actually happen? I don't know.
We don't actually know if it actually went over the wall because everybody was watching football.
It's so funny how once football starts, like Saturday and Sunday, I barely watch.
It's crazy too because we're talking Miami, like.
I'm sure it's because they played Miami. I didn't care. On top of it,
did the Dolphins kind of make you feel in any direction on them?
Like, no, I think the Patriots
just because they played the Pats.
I think the Patriots stink.
Really?
Who are the Dolphins playing this week?
Yeah, don't think they're good.
They get the Ravens this week.
I think they are good. The Jets.
Ravens this week in Baltimore, and then Buffalo at home next week.
Well, the Pats are going to be the Pats, and they're going to figure it out, depending on the injury to Mac Jones.
Dak.
Yeah. What about? First off, Dak getting hurt, like literally.
It's really crazy how it's every other year.
Times.
It's in every year.
You see that kind of play a billion times where the quarterback's hand comes down on a helmet or comes down slapping somebody's back or something like that, and nothing ever comes out of it. This guy had a dislocated bone in his hand.
It really is insane. It's insane how it's really every other year with them. It's really insane.
Yeah.
Like, 1 year they're world beaters, and then Dak gets hurt, and then it's like a very other year thing. It's really insane. So.
And I'm not trading for Jimmy G.
They're not going to.
Because think about it. At this point now, they would be held hostage by the Niners, right? Because they know the Niners know. So if it's 4 to 6 weeks, then trading for Jimmy. If the doctor said, "Hey, this guy's done for the year,"
6 days.
Okay, fine. Jimmy G may be the guy to do. Maybe the guy to go at.
Well, they're going to be relying on Tony Pollard and Zeke a lot.
I think, and Cooper Rush. They apparently won a game with Cooper Rush.
Yeah, they won a game last year against Minnesota.
I completely forgot that happened.
Yeah.
Cooper
Rush. When he comes into MetLife next week, don't be shocked.
Oh, he's going off.
On Monday night.
Cooper Rush.
That would be embarrassing.
They have one hell of a quarterback as their offensive coordinator if he wants to put on some pads.
So we have a shot of having our color rush jerseys actually getting a second win.
It's crazy. Like, when you first looked at the schedule and you saw the first 4 games, you kind of looked at it and said, all right, give me 2-2, right?
Yeah.
Figure you circled Carolina and Chicago as your wins and then Dallas and Tennessee as your losses. But now you kind of look at it and think, okay, we could beat Carolina coming up.
Yeah, I thought of that for about 10 seconds, and
you thought about 4-0 for a couple seconds.
I couldn't do it.
It's funny because the way I looked at it was the one.
We're not good enough. We're not good enough to do something. We're gonna do something completely stupid. I can't.
The way I looked at it is the hardest. The coin flip game is Chicago now, based on week 1.
I know they played in the terrible conditions. They looked.
Now this week where we're gonna get I even said to somebody I was talking to.
If anything, I think Baker's gonna be pissed off and Christian McCaffrey.
Right, they didn't get blown out.
Again, another team they were trying to protect them. And also
the Panthers.
And also, I gave Trey Lance a pass on his first game. That's not fair to him. To judge him based on that.
The field was absolutely underwater.
What's crazy is they just put in new turf. They already had the worst field in the world, and that's what they put in. It got worse.
Well, no, it was a monsoon, so.
Yeah, but even in a monsoon, they can get the water off most fields in the league.
There was a picture. Did you see it that the sideline was crooked?
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous.
It looked like Noah and Braden went on each side. And
oh yeah, and they drew choke lines in the driveway, and that was what we're playing on. It's unbelievable.
And they have a machine. All you have to do is walk in a straight line with the machine.
Yeah,
that's the funny thing.
Get the guys from Wrigley to come out and do it.
I was wondering who the Bears are playing this weekend. I don't remember. They go to Lambeau, right?
Sunday night, baby.
How is that a Sunday night football game?
Because it's
the history
and the 319th matchup of the Bears and the Packers. I don't know what.
Green Bay has won 800th.
Also, they're trying to promote fields a little. The league wants to promote fields, but we all know how that works with Ohio State quarterbacks.
I think it's more of a situation than actually him.
If you look at the games this week, I was saying, there's not that many games that are even worth. Outside of Thursday, which they picked, it's Bears. Lions, Commanders, Bucks, Saints. Woo! It's not a bad one.
Don't be hitting on the Lions. And the
Pats, Steelers, maybe. That's about it. Dolphins, Ravens could be a good one. I don't know.
Yeah, that could potentially be.
If the Dolphins are for real.
But there shouldn't be a reason why the Dolphins aren't real. That's the annoying thing.
There is a big reason. And he throws left-handed, yeah.
Bucks being only 2.5 favorites in New Orleans is interesting.
What did New Orleans do yesterday? Sunday?
They came back and beat Atlanta.
Oh, was that a 1-o'clocker?
Yeah. Story is old as time. Atlanta choking.
I was doing stuff early in the day, and by the time I got home, it was like 3:30. So it was like I'm just not. I didn't pay attention to really any of the 1-o'clock games that didn't involve my fantasy team.
Interesting. You're 9.5 fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take the Bears. To be completely honest.
This has one of those games where everyone's going to be like, MVP Rodgers is back.
I hope so, because you got me 5 points in fantasy this
week. They did it. Was it last year?
Luckily, I didn't need Russell in my league this week, huh?
Yeah. Again, my fantasy team stunk too. Oh, I'm just the most unlucky person on the face of the earth. I don't know if it was last year or if it was the year before, but they were looking crappy and they played a game on either Monday night or Sunday night against the Lions and blew them out and everybody was back and it was all happy hunky-dory again. So I'm hoping that sort of thing happens. But
this is the other thing, unless you want to save it for picks. A certain team's actually favorite this week. Not for the first time. What?
The Mets stink. I was just throwing that out there. The Lions are favored. Yeah. I absolutely love it.
3.5. 2.5.
I'm taking the Commanders though. I don't know. I think. Did you guys see
this was the first Browns Week 1 win? An opening season road win since 94?
No, I didn't. Wow.
Yeah, I'm terrible for.
I don't know which that's more interesting about that Cowboys one or that one. It's okay because Brownie is back.
If you had to guess last year who led the league in turnover differential, who would you guess?
It's going to be some ridiculous team you're never going to think about.
Give me a wild guess.
I'm going to go with...
It's 2 teams, so if you get either one, I'll give it to you.
All right, I think it's Rodgers and 1.
No, because they didn't really take the ball. They didn't really take the ball away. They didn't give it away, but they didn't really take it away that often. I'm going to say it's going to be some stupid team like the Lions is one of them.
Dallas?
Danny on the nose. But
Diggs had 100 interceptions
correct.
last
Dallas
season?
Is one of them. The other one, although we talked shit about him, was the Colts. So
yeah,
they had a good defense. They just had Carson Wentz at quarterback.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he only threw he threw 8 interceptions last year.
Yeah, but he did it in like 4 games.
I know, but so like he had the stupid one where he just threw it left-handed from the 1-yard line. Sure, but maybe he's not as like joke of a bad. I don't know.
Does it count if he beats Jacksonville? And
I don't think so.
Did you see how stupid they are? Did you guys see the coffee mugs they were selling at the game?
No.
So they of course, Commanders, they're going all in on the merchandise, right? They had coffee mugs that had the W logo on it with a state in the background. Unfortunately, it was Washington State instead of
you're kidding.
I can't believe that. I can't believe it. Although, what would it look like to put the District of Columbia in a thing on a mug, though? Like, it's not very big.
Yeah, but
you'd have to put. Is it in Maryland? Is it technically like part of Maryland? I don't know.
Okay.
Like landmass? Well, I don't know. This is just riveting.
Since we're talking about that can't be real.
That's just okay. So, yeah, no, that can't be. It can't be real.
You want to get to picks now, since we're already talking about week 2?
We might as well.
Vin, what the fuck happened, man?
Danny,
he did better. He's above.
I'm in the midst of the worst betting losing streak in the history of the world.
So I got to fade you this week.
You do. Whatever I pick, go the opposite.
Yeah, I've been pretty cold too. The 1 week I pick Alabama, they don't fucking cover, and then Texas A&M doesn't win. Cover.
Oh, Vin was pissed about that. He was like, his boys at Appalachian
This has been
State.
going on since March, and I just lose every bet, pretty much. I won 2 bets, 2 big like $150 parlays on March Madness. Haven't won a bet since.
Ouch. I stupidly bet on baseball a decent amount this year, and I'm never doing that again.
I did the same exact thing, so that's probably what happened. And I bet on the Blue Jays early, and they stunk, and I just kept betting on them.
Thankfully, it was small bets.
Again, I'm betting $10, but it's still just $10 every time.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Baseball,
Never again.
Never again.
No more. We're sticking with football.
We're learning, and I'm okay with basketball.
Okay. It's a big Thursday night.
The Knicks are just going to lose every game. You might as well just bet against them.
Oh no, yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, are you guys excited about the RJ Barrett press conference of him and just the girl from MSG? And nobody else is apparently invited.
Okay. I thought they already did it yesterday.
I think it may have been yesterday. I heard it yesterday, so it may have already happened.
Was thinking, I think Steven said this: just keep betting against the Braves. I'm betting on the Braves, and if I just keep whatever, I will pay. However many games are left, I'll pay $200 if the Braves just keep losing.
Yeah, but with the way your luck is going, they're going to win the rest of the season.
Then I'll get the money, and I'll see you in the division series.
Will you though?
I mean, the problem is that if the Mets don't win in division, they're playing the Padres or who they can't beat this year, or the Cardinals, and I just nobody wants the Cardinals. We just don't. We don't need any.
I don't want to play Pujols. I don't want to play Wainwright and
Yachty. I don't want it. We don't want the Cardinal smoke. We're all
I want that smoke.
You want the Cardinal?
I don't want that smoke.
You don't.
Who else? I'm petrified.
Oh my god!
The way we've been playing, I'm petrified.
What would be better than a Steven Matz Game 3 start?
Well, that's the other thing. If they play Philly, it could be a Noah Game 3 start.
No, he'll have a sore vagina, so that's
yeah. But it's gonna be Zach, Nola, Wheeler. It'll be Wheeler, Nola, and
I would think Noah. I don't know. They have.
How has Noah been pitching? I haven't.
Not good. Actually. Good. So it might not be him. I'm just gonna.
They may actually go bullpen game in Game 3 just to avoid.
He might come out of the bullpen. He currently has a 4 ERA on the season and a 4.61 with Philly.
Okay.
He has not. Has he won a game? Oh, he's 4-1, so I guess he's got some run support. But
wait, does Steven Matz still pitch for this team?
I think he's hurt.
Oh, hold on. Let me find my surprise face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the IL.
Was he?
You
Had
mean
he
to tell
been
me
good,
they
though?
paid him to be on the IL? Oh, he's in the middle of a rehab assignment.
Let's see. He has a 5 ERA this season. He has a negative .5 WAR. Well, okay, great. Good job, Steven Matz. Attaboy, agent.
Him not signing was still the best thing to happen to the Mets.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's
Can you
not
imagine?
even about
Imagine his drama.
But it's not even about whatever. Because you just imagine we got him instead of Chris Bassett. Like, why would that? That's just terrible.
Well, didn't we have? I think we had Bassett already.
I don't think it was the first.
No, we didn't have Bassett.
He hadn't made any moves yet, and that's like it kickstarted everything.
I think Marte was the kickstart, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Matt signed, and like the end of the week, they signed Marte Escobar Canna like in a day.
Right, but the Scherzer deal was
and then the Scherzer was after, right? And then I think they traded for Bassett after they got Scherzer. All right.
A lot of big spreads this week. Up, Judge hit another home run.
This is the overrated. This is the, oh my God, the team that won is going to be favored most likely.
All right, let's get it going.
Can the chart? Mahomes in September. Give me Mahomes.
I'm taking Chargers, but the Chiefs win.
What did the Chargers do last week?
They won. They almost blew it, but they won.
Raiders.
I wouldn't say destroyed. They blew that game.
Yeah, that's right. I honestly, I was just paying attention to the Giants. So
right. That's why. Same thing on that in the afternoon.
They were winning big time when I last saw their scores, so I just assumed they killed.
Excuse me.
Who are you going, Vin?
Oh, I'm taking the Chiefs. So
okay.
Bet the Chargers.
Lone Wolf and me. Nice. See, if Joe Flacco wasn't starting, I would say Jets.
See, the problem with recording Tuesday is like Thursday they can announce Mike White is starting this game.
I don't even think that makes a difference.
No, it doesn't. I'm taking the Browns either way.
Kobe Brissett for life, baby.
That running game is stupid, and I'm never not playing Kareem Hunt.
Lamar Hunt.
Chiefs. This is a tough one.
Guys for the Browns.
I'm going. Fuck it. I'm going Lions. Let's go Lions. 1-1. Swift.
Yeah, me too.
I like the way the Lions played offensively last week, and I don't think Carson Wentz can keep up with 30 points a game.
They did, play with Philly most of the day.
No, they were getting beaten. They had to make a big comeback.
Well, it was okay. So it was close at the end again. I caught the end, and they were at least within a score, I think.
Over under is 49 in that game. This is an interestingly low spread.
Because the Saints notoriously have had their number. I'm taking the home dogs.
I'm taking the Bucks.
I feel like Brady's on some sort of weird mission to prove people.
You can't lose when you're going to be on the Masked Singer.
And going through a divorce at the same time. He needs that incentive win money.
If he needs money.
I can't wait for that Super Bowl parade when she's not there, and then that's when they finally announce that they're divorced.
Yeah.
All because he didn't want to retire.
Those kids got to be some pain in the ass if he doesn't want to retire. I'll tell you that right
When
now.
can we take the Giants as favorites in the last 5 years? So I'm taking the Giants.
I can't. It's obviously the takeaway. I meant to say this before, even though it was mentioned. The takeaway is that Saquon looked like Saquon again, which is nice to see from what I saw again.
Oh yeah, he had his burst. He was breaking holes. He was actually running hard, and we haven't seen that ever from him. So
And he scored the 2-point conversion, right?
Right. It was like a shovel pass.
Yeah. I'm taking
it was basically like a read option shovel pass.
Yeah, I think Graham Cano wins it at the end of the game.
I am taking the Panthers.
Our first home opener win in like forever.
Oh, Carolina. Well, Brendan Nemo runs the first after striking out. Okay.
See, I would go Steelers, but TJ Watt's out forever. And what's the running back?
No, he posted the
Harris.
Najee Harris is who we were thinking about.
Yeah.
TJ Watt put the "I'll be back" Schwarzenegger gif up. So
yeah, he'll be back when the team is 6-8.
Oh, you don't know, and it's Tuesday. We don't know if Mac Jones is going to play, so I'm going to go.
Get back spasm, so I kind of like fully. You got to think he's going to play.
Yeah.
Do they have a backup quarterback?
Hoyer.
He's still there.
Yeah.
You have to be joking.
No.
I mean, that guy.
That guy literally signed a contract that said, "You can't cut me as long as I can back up Tom Brady."
That's a Ponzi scheme if I've ever seen one. That Brian Hoyer still has a job.
Oh, can they play this guy instead though? Bailey Zappi.
Oh yeah, maybe. No, definitely not. Bill will never do that.
Give me some Bailey Zappi play this week.
Give me Mitch. I'm taking my guy.
I want some Billy Zappi as the
Billy Zane.
Billy Zappi.
Got
it. Jacksonville still can't win the games. Still can't win football games.
Is Trevor Lawrence bad?
No. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be really good.
I hope
just
so.
on the
I think he has a really good chance to be really good. I think the problem is that there's unfortunately no defense.
But they don't have an offensive line either because
did you see
running for his life every time I watch him?
Recently, there was a clip of Evan Ingram going over to Trevor Lawrence's locker during an interview with his phone and acting like a reporter, like a dumb reporter. And he goes, What are you? I hear Evan Ingram's birthday is this week, and what are you getting him? And Trevor Lawrence is basically like, I was thinking about getting him nothing, but maybe a bottle of wine. He should get him some Stickum. That's what he should get him. Did he catch anything? Did he do anything?
I have no
Sunday?
idea. I didn't see a lot
4
of
receptions for 28 yards.
That's something.
Sounds like Evan Ingram.
I don't know how many targets that was, but on 4 targets, 4 for 4 for 28 yards for Evan Ingram. I am going to go with the horseshoes.
I'm too.
Ben, you're going with the horseshoes, or
I am. I can't.
They're bounced back next week.
I can't believe we tied the Texans game.
The Texans played good, man.
Tavis Mills for the win.
He's actually not that bad.
It's all about Lovie Smith.
If somebody wants to trade for a quarterback, which I don't know why the Texans would trade him, but that's what whoever trade.
They wouldn't trade him because that's who they consider. They traded Watson to let.
I know, but they're not going to win anytime. Like they're not going to win by the time he doesn't need a new contract. And then he's going to be like, I'm out. Goodbye. At least he should be.
I didn't realize they're behind. Isn't Pierce still hurt? He's hurt, right? The rookie?
I didn't think so. Is he? I missed that.
The running back? I thought he was playing.
Oh, no, he is playing. But the other quarter... Did you guys know Rex Burkhead was still in the NFL?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's my favorite player.
I have like every one of his jerseys.
Yeah.
I liked Miami's defense. Granted, it was against McCorkle, but I like their secondary on that team. And I feel like the Ravens just played the Jets, so typical Raven fashion.
I said in the preview show, I think Lamar's going to have an MVP season. Taking the Ravens.
Yeah, me too.
Jake has 85 strikeouts in him.
They bunted on him for an inning, and now he's pissed. But it's too late because
we're not scoring.
He broke a guy's hand because he was punting.
He did break a guy's hand.
See, this is such a frustrating line. In everything, you're taught to take the Falcons in this. And the way the Rams played, you're tempted to take the Falcons in this. But the Rams defense here is...
Rams at home. Give me the Rams at home.
Yeah, fuck it.
I can't see Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota doesn't have a receiver to hold Cooper Kupp's jockstrap.
Right.
Even Calvin Ridley is putting all his money on the Rams this week.
I want to see. I honestly, like I said, didn't see what happened. 17 points in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable how they do this. They were up 23-10 at the end of the third quarter, and they lost. They're just. It's absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
Famous with another famous press conference.
I got to Jameis. I mean,
everything hurt.
The fault.
I got hit and everything hurt.
The beleaguered path that these two took after being back-to-back picks to now face each other as the Rams and Falcons. I mean, the Saints and Falcons quarterbacks.
It's what it's meant to be.
Mariota, I mean, statistically was not great, but he wasn't bad. He was 20 for 33 is not good, but he didn't turn the ball over, and he ran for 72 yards.
Right. So he did exactly what
it's not him that's going to lose games.
Cordero Patterson ran for 120 yards. I can't believe they're still using him as a running back.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm taking them. I think they'll cover.
All right.
The Congratulations on the Rams. Yeah, the Rams are going to bounce back this week. Yeah. I mean, it's just. I think
the Niners bounce back this week.
I'm stuck in my George Costanza do the opposite moment of my life, and I'm trying.
I'm going Seahawks. 8.5 is a lot. I
don't know. I feel like we gave the Niners a pass for the monsoon, and now they're going to go home.
9.5.
And they're healthy going home.
Can Gino do that again, though? No. But 9's
I trust San Francisco's defense a lot more than I trust.
Yeah, they're still gonna beat them, but
8.5 is a lot. I'm taking the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks.
Cooper Rush.
Bengals.
Joey B is livid with himself.
4 interceptions. Jesus Christ. And still almost won.
I'm going Texans. 10 points.
I think the spread's too big on.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that guy might be a terrible coach. Shout out Nathaniel Hackett, my dude. He might be a terrible coach.
I like how today he's like, yeah, maybe I should have called the timeout earlier and
they had
tried
3
to go for
timeouts.
That clock just kept running. I'm just watching the TV. I'm like, do they know they have timeouts? And the best was.
And what's the point of paying Russell Wilson all that money?
You could say the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. What was the point of paying that guy all that money for nothing last week?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but just the clip of Peyton and Eli, because Peyton's just doing this for the entire 30 seconds, just timeout. And then,
my favorite part about it is after they missed it, he started using the 2 timeouts.
Oh, yeah, when they were kneeling down, he's like, I can't go out of this game with timeouts. I need to get the fuck rid of them.
He called the 2 timeouts. Like,
he had to.
At least,
if you leave that game with timeouts, you get fired. So
I want to hear. I wish they had a way of, getting us to hear what Russell Wilson was hearing. There were 15 left in the play clock, and the quarterback helmet goes out, something like that.
Let's ride.
But I would love to hear what whoever was talking to Wilson was saying during that whole time. Like, hey, just hold on to the ball. We're going to kick a 64-yard field goal.
I mean,
like,
if you can't trust
if he is not a guest on an
$250
upcoming
million quarterback with Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy and 2 good running backs to get 5 yards, I don't know what
their running backs weren't.
But they should have won that game if both running backs didn't fumble on the 1-yard line.
They had 3 possessions in a row where they fumbled on the. And
thankfully, Gordon fumbled because I won fantasy because of it. But
what did the Raiders do besides the fact? Oh, so you guys weren't watching. I was watching the Giant game. They were dropping in all day with how many receiving yards the Packers receivers had and how many Devontae had. They did it like 4 times.
Yeah, I heard about it.
So
Annoying.
He averaged more yards per catch than anybody in the world.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals just suck. I'll be honest.
They
I agree.
Terrible. He's got nobody to throw to. He's like Rodgers has no receivers. He's just running for his life in the backfield, thinking.
And I don't see the Raiders going 0-2.
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders.
Especially at home, you're gonna get that cool 4K camera guy running down the field with Carr this week.
Love it.
It's already over.
I miss that guy.
As much as I want to take the Packers, that's a big spread. And I think the Packers are going to be running the ball more, so the high-octane offense isn't going to be there.
Jeff, that's not going to help you get it. Double plays are not going to help you get a car, buddy.
Damn it.
I mean, they're just not going to score any runs ever.
All right, Monday night game, number 1.
Since when is Starling Marte that goddamn important to this team?
The whole season.
He's been that way the whole season, though.
But
he's literally the glue of the whole team.
They can't score any runs without him?
Apparently, Vin. No, fuck you. You're the one. Oh, they scored 21 to like 20 games.
They did.
The last 2 games.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be this way.
We're in trouble.
I want to play the Padres. Fuck it.
It would be at
Think
Citi
about
Field,
it this way.
right?
Worst case scenario is we're down like 2 runs and they have to bring in what's his name.
Correct.
He's got a 35 ERA with them.
It would almost definitely be.
That series would be in Citi Field, right?
Almost definitely. I don't think they can catch us at this point.
I don't think there's a way where the Mets wouldn't.
I just don't want to play the Dodgers.
Be a host of a series. Whether they get the bye and they play in the division round, or if they play in that.
It just sucks. If we were to beat them, we would have to play the Dodgers. That would suck.
No, we'd have to hope the Cardinals lose.
No, not necessarily.
No, it's bracketed.
I don't think it is.
No, it's seeded.
It's seeded because I went and looked at the.
The one I saw last week was bracketed. Okay.
No. Because when you look at it set up, when they post pictures like that, it looks bracketed. But
I went down and looked at like the times and shit. It says highest division winner versus lowest wild card, and highest wild card versus lowest division.
Yeah, they're gonna they reseeded after.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna be playing the Braves, hopefully.
If you win, you play the Braves.
Right, because the Cardinals can't catch any. Cardinals are basically locked
in.
And
that's also a 5-game series, right?
That becomes a 5-game. So the first one's 3.
Right.
The Padres will be 3, and all 3 would be at Citi Field.
I don't know if my heart can take a Braves Mets playoff series. Best of 5.
Oh my God, I'm at this wedding over the weekend, and it literally goes, "Aren't you excited for a Met Brave postseason where we could just talk about Kenny Rogers for a week and a half?" And I literally looked at him and I
almost had a heart attack when Fat Randy pushed the field goal right. So I literally sat down. I'm so out of shape. I literally sat down and it looked like I literally worked out for 10 years.
On week 1 of an NFL season that's probably going nowhere. And we just can't handle it.
I don't know where. I haven't had that feeling in years. I don't know what.
You know what came over you?
Yeah, the first thing I thought about, Vin, the first thing when they're lining up for that field goal, I'm thinking about is you walking in the door for us to go to the movies against Carolina and Graham Gano lining up for a 60-yard field goal.
Yeah.
And that was the only vision in my mind that's playing. I'm like, this needs to get out of my mind. This needs to get out of my mind. This needs to get
always. Anytime anybody lines up for a field goal against the Giants, I'll think about the Philly one that was like 59 yards.
60.
No, it was the Carolina one. Remember you came
out?
I remember that too, but the Philly one was funnier.
It was back-to-back weeks. What a nightmare.
I forgot what movie we were going to see because I'm still pissed. Like, I remember that.
I think it was Deadpool, to be honest. One of the Deadpools.
Sounds all right. But I remember that game was the game where Beckham threw a touchdown to Saquon.
Yeah.
Like,
And that was
we were
also
all
the same day
excited.
he got interviewed with
He talked shit about
Wayne.
Eli, yeah.
Lil Wayne.
I remember that.
Okay.
Good
So I think Bills
I don't think
obviously
the tight ends are
win.
9.5 bad, but I
Yeah,
also can see the Bills going off on that defense.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're probably right. But they're
Especially
gonna
at
run
home.
with Henry though.
But are they though? I feel like they're trying to protect him this early in the year.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. I'm going Bills.
I'm taking the Bills. Yeah.
The way that they played the other day, it just seemed like they were protecting him. For some reason.
Yeah, I'll go Buffalo. And then I think I'm going to take Philly.
He ended up 82 yards on the game. I mean, he didn't have a terrible game. Yeah. 21 for 82.
He just didn't have that one long run.
He didn't have the long one. I feel like we kept him enough where it was like
containing.
Someone got to him, and then another couple guys got to him.
They did a good job gang tackling him. I'm going Philly. I'm going Philly. When has Kirk Cousins ever win a primetime game?
I'm gonna say I'm going Vikings.
I just don't like Philly, so I'm going to the Vikings.
It has nothing to do with that.
I don't like the Eagles team. I might be wrong, but
I feel
like I'm gonna be wrong in this game, but I feel like this is gonna be the game where the Eagles are gonna shadow Jefferson so much.
Thielen's gonna have a monster game.
Where Rieger's gonna have a monster game.
Oh, that would be so sweet.
In Philly.
Well, he's their punt returner, so he's running a punt back for a touchdown, I think.
Oh my god.
That totally takes that away because Finn saying guys are kicking returns is an automatic.
But I just know he's their punt returner, so it's like that.
I'm going Philly Monday night home opener. They're gonna go absolutely nuts.
Oh, Finn, good for you guys. You kind of kept Dalvin Cook in check. You only gave him 90 yards. Good for you guys.
It wasn't that bad.
Also, I can see Dalvin having a big game this week because Barnett out for the season is big.
Yeah, that is pretty huge.
51 is the over-under.
I put 50. I think so. What's going under?
How many points did the Vikings score last week? 100 and what?
3.
Is it?
Yeah, I think the final was 23-7. I said again. They left Jefferson open like on 2 drives and led to 2 touchdowns, and everything else was pretty tame.
The Eagles scored 38.
They
so
did.
Does it count if it's against the Lions? 60. Go 55 points this week.
I said 46, and it won't let me change. So 46 it is.
It was like a weird week 1. That's what it came down to. But it's also week 1, so we got to overreact. Everybody go throw all your money on the Giants win the Super Bowl. They're clearly tying the 72 Dolphins.
Responsibly.
Right. Responsibly put your money on the Giants.
Yeah. Only half of your life savings, not all of it.
Right. Only half your mortgage.
Worst case is you take another one out.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Neither do I. James McCann just took a foul ball off the arm. Fantastic.
That wasn't a foul ball. That was a pitch in the dirt. We can still call up Francisco Alvarez. It's still a thing.
He DH'd the other day.
I know he's back playing.
Is he catching though? I don't think he's catching.
I don't know if he caught yet. I know he just came back.
But it's not a thing because then you have to cut. Then you gotta.
Fine, you can cut James McCann now. I'm fine with it.
Now that you've met Tomas Nido's power, you're okay with.
I was fine with it day 1. Tomas Nido can be my backup catcher for the rest of his goddamn life. I'm 100% okay with it. I don't. 50-year-old Tomas Nadoki, my backup catcher. I'm perfectly fine with it.
I don't know. Todd Zeile looks pretty good at the plate.
Mike Piazza,
we know that guy could play.
Mike Piazza can still catch 1 inning, and then that's it.
And if you give him if the guy walks him on 20 pitches, you can just let him stand there as many times as he wants.
Oh my god.
Al Leiter should never pitch again, by the way, in an old timers day, because that guy could not find the play.
To step aside.
I'm still disappointed the sprinkler system didn't go off for Pedro on the mound.
Pedro. Francisco Alvarez just hit a home run. That's 1 minute ago. So
did he?
According to Michael Mayer on Twitter, one of them follows minor leagues. But this is his second game back from the injury, and he hit a homer. So here he comes.
Yeah, but again, is he catching?
Probably not. He probably won't catch again. I don't know why their season is going longer than usual. I guess the lockout shouldn't have anything to do with them.
It's probably a union thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. He is. Hey, look, Dom Smith singled. He's DHing today. By the way, he's only batting 179. Oh. Remember when Nimmo robbed the home run and went nuts and everybody was so excited? Well, he just let one into the bullpen.
Yeah, he didn't know where the wall was. All right, so we're losing this game. Great.
Yeah, I love losing series to the Cubs.
Sick.
Thank God 2002 NHL hockey's on NHL Network right now.
Sick.
Well, with that being said, next week we're back to Wednesdays, right? Nothing next week, right?
You know how bad the Mets are right now? I'm watching Captain Marvel. That's how bad the Mets are. I'm
watching a 2002 NHL hockey game.
Yeah. Danny is not watching anything.
I'm just dumbfounded.
Wait, okay, let's not. You're actually worried?
Not completely worried, but the fears get creeping in the back of my head.
The fear of, in general, let's be honest.
No, we're making the playoffs,
right.
but I want to win. I want to win the division.
So do I. But so your fear is in that. My fear in that is I jumped off that cliff last week. The Braves. I don't know.
It's just frustrating. The Braves finally lose 3 games in a row, and we're about to cough away 2 losses in a row. I'm pissed.
It took us all the way to September for both teams to lose on the same day.
Actually, really pisses me off.
Anyway.
Yeah. Till next week.
Till next week when the Mets are
fighting for their wild card lives.
Prediction. Next week, where will the standings be? And how many games?
So it all went downhill, I'm going to tell you right now, when Anthony Nicoma posted that the Mets had an opportunity for the first time in Citi Field history to clinch a playoff spot at Citi Field, or clinch anything. Because remember, we beat the Dodgers in LA. We beat the Cubs in Chicago.
Yeah.
We clinched the division in
Cincinnati. Clinched the wild card in Philly in 2016.
So we've never clinched anything at Citi Field. It was all downhill the minute he said, first time ever.
Well, the last time we clinched something was the NL East in 2006.
At home. Yeah, because we beat the Dodgers in LA that year.
Yeah.
Correct. I think you're forgetting Jose Reyes' batting title that we clinched at Citi Field.
It doesn't count when you bunt and then walk off the field at the same time.
Oh, you said at Citi Field. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yes. No, at Citi. But you're right.
But you are right, Danny.
The last time it was at
the
06 division.
No, yeah, I know. Cliff Floyd.
Floyd making the catch left.
Now I'm trying to think about before that.
Well,
2000, I think they clinched they winning the.
They beat the Cardinals at home.
Yes, they did.
In 2000, Timo
they
Perez
blasted who let them.
Right. But they clinched like making...
Only the Mets would get fucking railroaded because we played Who Let Them Dogs Out before the fuck. Like, the Yankees are such assholes, man.
Listen, at the end of the day,
I didn't think that would
Timmy
come back and
Trumpets has
haunt
been in
us
town and
22 years later, or haunt us. Oh, yeah. Thank God. Oh, we didn't really record, or we talked football. Thank God we won.
The trumpet game?
You imagine if he blew a save? You imagine?
You're right. Especially, I tweeted at the time. Freddie Freeman was coming up in the ninth inning. I would have, as soon as that would have happened, I would have called an audible. We're not doing trumpets with Freddie Freeman coming up. The curse is he hasn't had a save since. Because they've blown every win they had was a blowout.
Has he pitched since then?
He pitched, I think, once. He in one of the Marlin games, the Marlin game they lost, he pitched. He only pitched once in the week since it happened.
We talk about how we were always using all these bullpen arms. This guy's pitching once every 2 weeks.
But this is, pretty much.
So, all right. Here's a question, and then we'll wrap up.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a lot of free agents coming up this season.
A lot of them. Do you want to go through the list really quick?
Letting them all walk.
How are we approaching this?
Okay.
I think we could get Nimmo for a decent price because he doesn't steal bases, and we could be like, "Hey."
I don't think he wants to go anywhere. He doesn't come off as somebody who wants to go somewhere. How about that?
I agree.
But if someone shells out a lot of money, you're going.
Correct. By the way, the clinch the playoff spot is 7 for the Mets at this point.
Oh, so far away.
That's the clinch the playoff. 17 clinches the division.
That's so far away. The way
17 guarantees them either the second or third. 11.
How many games are left
for the Cardinals?
Exactly 20. Well, including today.
So we need to lose 3 games. So we can only lose 3 games, not including today.
For the division,
the Braves to win the division is 19.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
The Braves to win the division is 19.
Yeah, because we're
Cardinals to win their division is 11.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they're winning that division.
You know what I found interesting? The Dodgers first clinched the playoff spot yesterday.
Yeah, they're already at. Yeah,
they're at 97 wins. You should have clinched that like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I guess the Padres are winning.
I guess
they didn't win the division yet. They still need. They're still 13 to win the division.
Yeah.
All right, really quick.
It's
that's the number 1 seed.
Okay, it could potentially be DeGrom. It could potentially be Scherzer, right? Or next year, Scherzer.
Next year, Scherzer.
I'm looking.
It's 2 years with a third-year option. The good thing about DeGrom is we're going to still get to watch him when he plays for the Braves. So when we have to face him,
the third year is a player option. Jake's is a player option. Okay, so Jake is a free agent.
But he's going to come back. There's no way Cohen's letting him walk.
With the way he's pitching,
unless he's just okay, I lost to the Cubs 4-0 because you gave me a team that can't score runs for me. I'm leaving.
That'll be the only way.
He signed this contract when he was used to that. Come on.
He signed his contract with the Wilpons in charge. So
that's what I'm saying.
Imagine if Cohen was in charge when he was up for a contract.
You give him the same contract you gave Scherzer, and you give him a little bit more because he was a Met.
And he's also young. He's also 6 years younger.
He gets 45. He's only 3 years younger than Max.
Yeah, he's only 3 years younger.
He's an old pitcher.
Ideally, if you fly Max to him and say, listen, we're gonna give you a big deal. It's gonna be 3 or 4 years, but after your first, you get.
The only way I don't sign Jake is if we magically, I'm hypothetically speaking, is if we just throw literally everything at Aaron Judge.
Okay, so that was going to be my answer.
Excuse me, we have Steve Cohen in charge. This is the Wilpons. We're getting both of them. We're going to.
That was giving my answer with Nimmo.
They're each getting $500 million, and
I think Judge is staying, man.
I think he's staying too.
There's no shot in hell the Yankees are going to let him. God knows he hit 56 tonight. So
I've said it multiple times already. There is no way.
I'm just being a jerk.
There is no way that if he doesn't sign,
but he wants to sign.
That worthy for him something. He wants to. You might no, he does. But if he ends up not being a Yankee next year, I can't see. That's what. Oh, never mind. I can't see a scenario where the Steinbrenners don't sell within 5 years, or at least a portion. They're going to keep the team. They're going to be over the 50% mark, but I can't see a scenario where they don't put part of the team for sale. Because if remember correctly, none of them that are in charge right now wanted the team. It was the brother that passed away a couple years ago that wanted to run the team.
I don't know. I don't think he's going anywhere. So,
by the way, the Braves' magic number to clinch a playoff spot is 9.
And we're 7.
And we're 7. So no matter what, the Cardinals are 11 games away from clinching. No matter what, the division. It was basically clinching the division. So they're the 3.
Where everybody's clinching number right now is off of the Brewers. So it's the Mets winning and the Brewers losing would be clinching a playoff spot. Like that combination of things. That combination of 7 Mets wins.
That's the playoff. That's for the playoffs.
To win, for a playoff spot. And they have like a 10-game lead on Philly, which would be, the first wild card.
Right. So the no matter what, Philly is 10 games behind the Braves. The Padres are 20 and a half games behind the Braves. No, that's not right.
They're 10 and a half.
Right. They're counting the 20 because their magic number to clinch a playoff spot is 20.
Yeah, they're only up 2 games on the Padres. They have to win most of their games.
So yeah, I mean, we'll worry about the free agents as soon as we get eliminated by the Padres in 2 games.
Great.
So, or our luck, the Phillies will fall, and we'll have to play them.
Anyway.
Whatever. Let's win 17 straight starting tomorrow, or 16 because the Braves are going to lose again tonight.
We'll
win 17 straight starting tomorrow, and we'll go into the bye. That's what we're going to do.
Let's just win at all.
One of those massive comebacks.
Yeah. It's only 4 runs.
That'd be huge.
Anyway. Everybody enjoy their week.
Enjoy your week.
All right,
enjoy
everybody.
Your football. Let's go Mets.
Gotta believe.
Yeah, I gotta believe.